What will Cain Dingle do when everything he once knew crumbles? A new life begins, but can it bring him the peace he seeks? Cain Dingle is a strong man, always ready to fight to protect what belongs to him. However, a great shock has hit, causing everything he once thought secure to suddenly vanish. Moira, the wife he loves, has signed a deal transferring the ownership of Butler's farm to Kim without informing him. Moira is currently in prison, and her decision has left Cain feeling betrayed. The truth is, Cain learned about the transfer from someone else, not from Moira. This only fueled his anger. Despite his displeasure, Cain is forced to accept this change, not because he lacks reasons to resist, but because of a life-threatening illness, prostate cancer, that has made him reconsider his life. He can't face everything, especially as his health is gradually failing. However, this doesn't mean Cain will give up. A man with such a strong fighting spirit as him cannot sit idly by while everything he holds dear falls apart. Cain decides not to let Moira lose the farming career she worked so hard to build. He decides to find new land where Moira can continue doing the work she loves. A new journey begins. In the upcoming episodes, Cain decides to move in with the Dingle family after Butler's farm is officially sold. However, this new life does not bring him satisfaction. Moving in with the Dingle family isn't easy, especially as Cain cannot adjust to this change. Without Butler's farm, without his own land, he feels like a failure. This move is not the new beginning he hoped for. Instead, it's a terrible day, a day when Cain leaves, taking with him the last memento of Butler's farm, a memory that can never fade from his life. Meanwhile, Robert Sugden and Aaron Dingle, the new owners of Butler's farm, begin their new life. Robert has been connected to the farm for a long time, but this time, he will own everything. The return of the Sugden family is not just about taking over a farm, but about restoring the core values the Sugden family built from the very beginning. This means not only for Robert and Aaron, but for the entire Emmerdale community. Their efforts not only help preserve the family tradition, but also bring new hope to a place that was once the center of the village. When Robert sees Aaron fixing the Emmerdale farm sign, he feels a deep connection to the past, where his grandparents and parents began everything. Together, they embark on a new journey, rebuilding what was lost and seeking a brighter future. However, even as hope rises, Cain cannot forget what happened. He sees the new life of Robert and Aaron as a rebirth of a family, but for him, it only makes the pain worse. Cain cannot easily let go of everything. He still grieves for what his family once had. When Cain and his children move to Dingle Homestead, everything becomes clear. This is not the life Cain wants. But instead of giving up, Cain decides to start building a Dingle farm, a new life for himself and his children. This is not an easy decision, but Cain seems to have no other choice. He must reinvent himself and his family in a world where everything has changed. Still, Cain holds onto his faith in the Dingle family. Although he knows the road ahead will be difficult, he also knows he is not alone. The Dingle family, with all their love and support, is ready to stand by him on this journey. While the future remains uncertain, one thing is certain: Cain will not give up. He will do whatever it takes to keep his family, even if it means starting over from scratch. Meanwhile, Robert and Aaron continue their work at Butler's farm. Although the return of the Sugden family is a big step, they too will face challenges and difficulties ahead. Can they maintain the farm and develop it as the Sugden family once did? Or will they have to face new challenges, just like Cain did? The battle is not just taking place on the land of Butler's farm, but also in the minds and hearts of these men. Will Cain rebuild his life and family, or will he continue to live in the pain of loss? And can Robert and Aaron hold on to their faith and continue to build the farm, or will they face failure? These questions can only be answered as time goes on. But one thing is certain: Cain Dingle will not give up easily.